This is a really nice banana. This is much tastier than I was expecting. Before I put it in my mouth, I was like, it's just gonna be a banana. But now that I've tasted it, I feel like I can't make the same joke that I made on Twitch the other day. I feel like it would be asking for it. Twitch? Twitter? One of the two. Potassium, you gotta have it. Hello and welcome to the NihongoGamer stream. Today we're going to be playing a bit of Street Fighter. How are you all doing, has-beens? Long time no see. I think the last time I was able to do a YouTube stream... Wait, was it like last week? When was Tokyo Game Show? Was that last week or the week before? It wasn't last week, so it was the week before. So it's been like a couple weeks since we did a YouTube stream, isn't it? Anyway, we're back to YouTube streams. I didn't update it on the community tab, but you should be hopefully following me at NihongoGamer on Twitter or on Discord, which is where the schedules usually go up. All the latest information about stuff like that. Essentially, this stream was originally planned to be 24 hours from now, tomorrow, but it's happening today because my schedule has changed. That's how it is. Yo, Nihongo, you have a British accent. Wow. Oh, I thought you said... I thought the comment said you have a British accent now. I was like, I've always had a British... I suppose I haven't always had a British accent. Terry Bogard for Smash is coming in November the 11th. I'm gonna have to try that out. Are you okay? Rasta! I just graduated high school yesterday. Da, 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 da. It's funny because no one really knows the lyrics before that. After that, it's land of hope and glory. Na 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 na. Most popular lyric in any song, piece of music rather, has to be na. The word na, because we don't really know the words, so we're just na 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 na. Whose birthday is it? We got someone's birthday in the chat. Graduated high school, and we're all here watching you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Haven't even started yet. In fact, before we start, I think the kettle is finished, so I'm just gonna go and grab the hot... No, I can't grab the hot water yet because otherwise it'll be cold by the time we get to the important bits. Believe it or not, the important bit was not the banana. Am I gonna get banned for that? For eating banana on stream? For consumption? Today's coffee is the coffee that we had yesterday. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't remember what variety it is. I really need to find out. I need to find the packaging. I'm sure I left the packaging somewhere. I'll look it up later. All you need to know is it tastes good. Okay. I'm not sure if is this camera on? This camera's on. There you go. It's really difficult to hold this steadily. If I hold it with two hands. Oh yeah, there's the stability you require. Anyway, today's coffee. These beans are really large. That's what you like to hear, isn't it? My. What large beans you have. All the better for drinking coffee with. That's right, it's the coffee stream. I fooled you. I know that really what's getting all the views, what everyone really wants to see is high quality Street Fighter V content. But I lied to you all. I fooled you all. What you're really here to watch is Let's Grind content. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for loving the channel. Any Ibuki mains here? Hi, 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 hi. You're amazing. Thanks for making this live stream. No, thank you for showing up to the stream. Shove the banana in the Razor Pantera. You know what I want to do? I want to see if I can fit a banana in the Victrix Pro. Absolutely certain that a banana would fit in the Razor Pantera. Absolutely certain that a banana would fit in the Mad Catz TE2 Plus. But I'm not convinced that I could fit a banana in the Victrix Pro. I think the insides of it are a little bit too efficient, cramped, small. Yeah, get that SF5 nonsense off the screen. It's all about the coffee. Yeah, use the Nihongo emote. If you'd like to be able to use the NihongoGamer emote, like Toka and or Heath, or people who have been able, well, they're mods I suppose, but if you want to be able to use the NihongoGamer emote, all you need to do is click the join button. It gives you access to emotes. Technically, it's also supposed to give you access to exclusive videos, but the truth is, I haven't really made more than a few. I made a few like right at the beginning, but I didn't really make many exclusive videos, which I will start doing actually. I've said that like a million times. I've said that the whole year. I've said, I'll make exclusive videos for members, and then I just never do it. So I apologize about that, but one thing you can get is you can use emotes. Actually, I don't know if you can use them. I don't know if you can use an emote. I know on Twitch it allows subs to use emotes, but I don't think on YouTube I think you actually have to join as well. Sad. Sad but true. I'm you. You need the bean. Sorry, Heath. You need the bean. Fair is fair. All's fair in love and coffee. You need the bean. Alright, the beans are ground, or grinded, whatever past tense you want to use. I'm gonna go and grab the hot water. Hot oil. Hot oil. Can we have a serious discussion, please, about the fact that there's a character in a cartoon whose name is Olive Oil. It's actually that's actually her name. Olive Oil. What the heck kind of name is that? It's all about the beans. It's all about you guys. You are the beans. I fired up Honkai Impact for the first time in months, and it took almost 5 minutes for all the updates. Oh no. Though, Honkai Impact, I got some photos of the the booth companions. People who dressed up, like officially they're paid to dress up in costumes for the games. Like, there was a really big booth for Honkai Impact, or that company. What are they called? Nemo? Mimo? Something like that. And I'm just going to wet this filter because, as you can see, if I don't put a bit of water in it, it doesn't even stay in the filter holder. Okay. Then I'm going to get rid of this water. Move this mic over to a better position. So how have you all been? Apart from Night. Night Saber. That's a classic Britishism. Oh no, I just spilled hot water on my... I spill hot water on this. What do you call this? Stream Deck. Don't do what I did. Don't pour hot water on your expensive streaming materials. Oh, I see, because it dripped off the filter while I was holding it up in the air. I snatched you right out of the air. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Well, someone's in a good mood today. Alright, this is unfortunately the best angle I can manage for you, so you'll have to deal with it. How have you all been? Oh yeah, that pun never gets old. Ever. So I don't know what this coffee is called, but I do know that I enjoyed it. I grind it until it's about this large. I actually have the granules, well, they're not too small, basically. I'll say they're not too small. They're also not massive, but they're not too small. If you've ever wondered which part you actually change on here to do so, I use this Japan Porlex grinder, and on the inside there's a ceramic blade, and you can change how the gap between the blade at the two blades by twisting this, and it's in notches like there, click, click. So it spins around and you'll feel the clicks. So you can like do 2 clicks less or 2 clicks more if it's not tight enough. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the greatest angle of attack here. This is what you have to deal with. Unfortunately, I can't get it more focused or have a better angle than that. One day I'll upgrade the stream and it won't be like this. What's this 4K pass-through capture device? Alright. So something I've been trying recently with streaming is separating the slightly less focused streams to be here on YouTube, and to have the slightly more let's get good at the game streams on Twitch. And it's working out quite well so far. I'm quite enjoying having 2 different versions. It means that I can kind of look forward to this YouTube stream as the one where we can kick back and have a bit of fun. And on Twitch, obviously it's fun still, but it's like serious fun. There was a campaign that Yamaha, the motorcycle and instrument corporation, was doing. It was like 10 years ago. They were asking people to write new music, like instrumental music, clarinets, oboes, orchestras, stuff like that. Or maybe it was art and design as well, I can't remember. But basically, the theme of the thing that Yamaha was doing was serious fun. I remember reading the poster and thinking, what does that even mean? And one of the coolest things is that it's just a really Japanese concept. It's just a really Japanese concept. From what I've seen so far, from the time that I've been in Japan, it's the idea that fun is not the opposite of being serious. You can be really serious and have fun. And so that's how I'm kind of feeling about the Twitch streams that I'm doing. And because there's more of them, I can focus during the week on... It's like fun because I get to get really stuck into actual, improving at certain concepts. And then the whole time I'm thinking about the fact that I'll be able to let loose a bit more on the Friday stream, or Thursday stream, or Wednesday stream, whatever it is for you, that I'm doing on YouTube. So anyway, I just wanted you to know that I think it's working out quite well. I'll still do my best, but I just like mentally having it split up into the 2 different. Why so serious? When I think serious fun, I think of Slayer's Guilty Gear Exard theme. Coffee or tea? You know what? I think it actually kind of depends on what country I'm in. When I'm in the UK, I drink copious amounts of tea. It's ridiculous. Like when I'm in Japan, I'm just like, you know, it's the morning. I want to say thick, not thick. The word's not thick, is it? It's a concentrated. I want like a quite concentrated flavor. But when I'm in the UK, for whatever reason, I just really want a milky coffee in the morning. It's the opposite. How about you guys? Coffee or tea? Do remember, if you say tea, you get instantly banned from the chat. I'm just kidding, you don't. Because Far East Asia has no good milk. That's also a fair point. The thing about, especially, like Southeast Asia, is that a lot of the milk is like condensed milk and or like dried out preserved milk. Say tea, I dare you. Coffee all the way. How often do you move around? Sorry, I think I may have misinterpreted the question. No, I actually don't understand. How often do you move around? Coffee. What? What? I'm sorry. The concept, I don't understand. What does the question mean? How often do you move around coffee? What? Team tea? Some tea. Greetings from Albania. On your graduation day, you've been banned for drinking tea. I prefer condensed pure caffeine. You can get caffeine tablets, can't you? Oh, you get glucose tablets. I don't know if you can get caffeine tablets. Germans drink rather coffee than tea, though. Oh. I enjoy sencha. Green tea. I save coffee for all-nighters. Ah, you know, I did an all-nighter the night before Tokyo Game Show. Completely unintentionally. It was not my intention to do an all-nighter. And then, for whatever reason, I just could not sleep. And I think it might have been something to do, whoa, this coffee is like huge. I think maybe I was just too excited or I was just too jet lagged. I don't know what it was. So here's the thing about coffee and tea. What I really wanted to do was smoke. I really wanted to be a smoker. Not because of smoking. It's awful. I really don't like the idea of smoking. But I really wanted to hang out with people outside the pub. Because they all got sent outside to chill out, you know. Yeah, so I don't smoke. Yeah, well, we didn't have vape at the time. Vape is like a new thing, guys. It didn't really exist. And if you didn't want to smoke and you wanted to do something like it, you could do those like flavored steam things. Flavored smoke? I don't know what it is. Anyway, the point is, we didn't have vape. I wanted to the coward's version of smoking. No. We don't condone smoking. We don't condone smoking here. If you smoke, I'm not going to tell you that you can't. But on this channel, we don't condone smoking. I'm just saying that when I was like a student, I noticed that people would find friends because they were smoking outside, hanging out with other smokers. Anyway, so long story short, don't smoke. What you can do instead is drink this other thing. Caffeine, which is also probably quite bad for you. Caffeine in coffee or caffeine in tea, or you can drink green tea. You can go to cafes and you can hang out with people there. Or, even better, let me give you... Oh man. Yeah, honestly, like, smoking straight up does cause cancer, so if you can, please just avoid it. Here's what you should actually do. Instead of smoking, because smoking is just straight up paying money to get closer to death. So just, if you can, avoid it. Okay? Here's what you should do instead. You should buy a bag of Haribo. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Buy a bag of Haribo and or Pocky, but ideally Haribo. And then go outside, open the bag, and say, hey, does anybody want some Haribo? And I almost guarantee you, no one will say no. Pocky. The only reason I don't suggest Pocky is because it disappears too fast. Haribo you have to chew. Haribo, not heroin. Not drugs, guys. Don't do drugs. This is an educational stream, I'm telling you. Don't do drugs. Offer people Haribo. Alright, so this is what worked the best for me when I was a student. And I didn't do it on purpose. This was purely by accident because I really like Haribo. Sponsored by Haribo. Hashtag sponsor me. Haribo, sponsor me. The best thing you can do is when I was a student, we had these like common rooms. But the thing is, I would go to the common room sometimes and I have nothing to say. I wasn't involved in the conversation at all. But here's what happens: if you open a bag of Haribo in your student common room, please, if you're a student now or before you're graduating, if you're graduating, before you graduate, make sure you try this before you leave university or high school, whatever. Bring a bag of Haribo, open it up and say, does anybody want some Haribo? And I almost guarantee you will make some friends. Because kids and adults love it so, sorry, kids and grown-ups love it so, the wonderful world of Haribo. But it's absolutely true. And when people say, are you sure? Is it okay if I take some of your precious Haribo? People will say it. This happens every single time I've offered Haribo to anyone. They've said, are you sure you don't mind? You sure you don't mind if I take a piece of your precious, precious Haribo? Because everybody knows how much you really want to eat it all by yourself. But the truth is, but why would I share? But the truth is, you shouldn't be eating that much sugar anyway. You shouldn't be consuming that much artificial coloring anyway. You've done it and it didn't work. Oh, you didn't do it right. You didn't do it right. So when they say, why are you, is it okay if I take some of your precious Haribo? That's when you say, it's fine, I really shouldn't be eating this much sugar anyway. You hand it to them and they go, well, fine. It's only one, I'll take it. Listen, it's a really great way of making friends at university. Plus, if it's a common room where they're gonna be chatting about something else before you enter, you are now part of the conversation. No one leaves you out of the conversation if you are giving out free Haribo. If you don't have access to Haribo, wine gums. There's a company called Maynard's. They make soft wine gums. Hand that out. Seriously. It's all you need. This coffee is amazing. Give me 5 seconds while I get rid of it. Or get rid of the, what do you call these? Coffee making paraphernalia. I like to rid myself of as many things that could spill before the stream begins. I've got to buy them. I've got to buy them. We are so happy about the success of Pokemon. We could not be happier. We could not be more excited about the success of Pokemon. He actually said that, guys. He actually said that. We could not be more. We are so proud and happy about the success of Pokemon. Oh, sorry. Pokemon Go. Alright, we're back, but we're not plugged in quite yet. Look forward to later in the stream when we open up this and we attempt to fit a banana in a Victrix Pro. I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking likely. But look forward to later in the stream when we try that. If I forget, I'm sorry. If I forget, hard luck. I'm sorry. Let's play this game, shall we? I want to play the game. Who is poking my man? It's probably on, what's it called? The face of book. That was literally the only thing you could do on Facebook. I think you could message on people's wall. Or you could message, I don't even know if you could write on other people's walls. I think you could only write on your own wall and poke each other. It was the weirdest place when Facebook first came out. I'm completely out of focus. We are so excited about the success of Pokemon Go. The grid. So let me tell you what's been really successful for me so far. The most successful thing for me so far has been switching off the music in this game. Now, that's not because I dislike the music. I actually love the music in this game. I listen to it on Spotify. But it's so stressful. It's not stressful, it's anxiety inducing, the music in this game. Makes me feel really anxious inside. Oh, wow, I got that wrong. Are we playing ranked today? Oh yeah, we're going straight into ranked. Guys, it's fun day. We're not taking this too seriously. If you got any clever combos, then do let me know. Because I am in free roaming mode now. Why does it restart me? Why does it restart me in the middle? Well, that's frustrating. Okay. I'll just get myself in the corner here. Alright, let's do it. Is there a way to turn off the announcer's voice? No, you know what? And I wish there were. Because it's kind of embarrassing. All the announcer does is embarrass me in front of my friends. You have played this game 1 million times. But you have only won the past 2 matches. That'll have to do. I'm really regretting not getting the fan. Oh, whoa. Let's weed out those cheating PC players. Up, down, left, right, A, start. I think that's how you win, isn't it? Oh yeah, so basically I've been switching off the music in this game because it's causing me a lot of anxiety. It's on right now, but when I'm like playing offline, I'll switch the music off. It's just too much stress. Alright, Deco. Hey NihongoGamer. You think it's good to learn multiple fighting games? Trying to get into Tekken and BB Tag, but find myself not really progressing in either of them. Deco? That's an interesting question. I play a lot of fighting games because there's no real downside when you're streaming. Like, it's just fun to play lots of different games. But I will be honest, I only ever get better at this game when I only play this one game. Basically, anytime I switch out of it, I lose kind of focus. That's not to say that you can't do it. I know lots of talented people who can learn multiple games at the same time, but I'm not one of them. So,
Round one.
you know what, I'd like to move my
Fight.
Whoa! What? No! I thought I had that.
Round two. Fight.
I was gonna say something really clever as well. I can't believe I missed. Oh no! Every time getting tossed up. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's less fine. That's less fine. Actually, I can't remember. Does anyone remember what happened? In that first round, I like had it, and then I did something stupid. I can't remember what it was. It's fine. This is the chill stream. We don't get too worked up about it. Hey Nihongo, I've been subbed to your channel for a few years now. First time commenting. Toady, thanks so much for commenting. And if you guys, if there's anyone in the chat who would love to say hello and has never had a chance to, feel free to just randomly say hello. Say, I don't usually chat, but here I am. We'd really appreciate it if you did. So, I like anti-air really, really late. Whoa, I missed! That sucks. So I keep anti-airing like really late, and then I end up just getting it in the face. No! What? You're kidding. That's not minus? What? Man. Is it really minus and I just messed up? What happened at the end, that EX? Someone give me the frame data. Someone give me the frame data on that move, because I'm not looking it up myself. Come on, that's why I stream, so that I can get you guys to look this stuff up for me. Don't usually chat here, but... Hi Nihongo, don't usually chat here, but I am. Any advice for anyone that is eternally trapped in bronze? Oh man, I tried to wire up my curtain and I didn't have enough time. every time. I don't think so, Buster! Whoa! Ah! Where did that come from? Oh no! I'm yelling. It looks like it would be negative, but EX bonk is plus on block. Huh! What a stupid move. Oh, I thought I could go under him with that. Well, he's not as stupid as I was expecting. That's like, I walked backwards as if. That was the late, again, the late anti-air. It definitely would have reached from that angle if I had actually been ready for it. Oh well, that's that. So what's this about spam? What was he spamming? I'd like to know. More spacing, more poke. Gotcha, Charlie. I'll try it. I'll do my best. So I'm trying to figure out what this coffee tastes like. It tastes like chlorine. I've never tasted chlorine, by the way. I'm just guessing. Don't drink chlorine. I'm saying it tastes like when you get a big gulp of pool water. OMG, senpai noticed me. EX Knuckle is +3. Tornado is +2. Thanks, Caliber. That's just the most frustrating thing. That's why I need practice against Cody. Teach me what to do. I haven't tried the new Mario Kart Tour game. I saw that it has some obnoxious in-app purchasing stuff, but I haven't actually tried it myself. Oh, I didn't even see that I had another match. Do you have plans to do other videos? Do you have plans to do videos on old fighting games? Sure. Yeah. I'll tell you what I really want to try that I own but just haven't done yet. I want to do a video on Melty Blood. But ideally I'd like to find someone who knows how to play Melty Blood, because I don't know what it's like to play it online in this day and age. Oh wow, that was like a no bar connection. I'm new to pro fighting game terms. It's fine. I also don't really know what most of them mean. As far as I'm aware, a poke is when you throw out a limb. So when you're right in someone's face and you punch them, that's a punch. But if you're like, you're not sure if your arm's gonna quite reach, but it will. It's gonna reach them from like right here. I'll poke Ibuki for you. So this is a poke, isn't it? Right there. So if you can get him from like that distance, so you're like almost safe. A poke is a spacing tool. That's the thing about pro fighting game terms, though. If you explain one fighting game term with another fighting game term, it can be like an endless
Round one.
roulette, an endless dance of learning the different terms. Did you see the lag spike there? What happened? Oh no, he dive kicked! Wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for the dive kick. I was like, anti-air in the face.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh no! I pressed the wrong button. Fine. That's fine. Lunge is minus, so keep... What does the lunge look like? Are you talking about not EX lunge? Okay. Punish after lunge, gotcha. Was that a lunge? That's not a lunge, that was like some sort of grab. Now I'm gonna spend the rest of the match trying to figure out which move the lunge is. You know what? I might try blocking next time. What a game! Why do you have to block? Would this game be better if you just didn't have to block? I'm just kidding. Please don't take that seriously. No, I feel like that happens to me a lot. I walk away because I'm scared. But when you walk backwards in this game, you're standing up, right? To walk, you must stand. I think that logic is fairly clear. And when I walk backwards, my feet are... you can't walk low and walk backwards obviously at the same time. So that's the lunge, right? EX lunges more minus than regular. That was it. Okay, got it.
Round 2. Fight.
So when he leaps over with his hand, that's not it. That's just an overhead. So that overhead, is that minus? Oh, that's a shame. I'm about to head out. See you, man, later. Yeah, man. Thanks, Saint Pepsi. Thanks for hanging out with us. That should have been EX. Oh no! Thanks, guys. I was actually expecting this to be a not serious stream, but I feel like your advice is helping. Don't let me get too serious. Why so serious? I'm trying to stay calm. Overhead is punishable, -6. Wow, so maybe I'm just not reacting fast enough. Will you be buying the Project Diva Switch arcade stick? Good question. We shall see. Oh, that was it. That was just a misinput. The fear. The fear. Yeah, there's gonna be a Hori arcade stick. Now, I think Hori made the original arcade stick for the Project Diva F. But that one was shaped like 4 buttons in a triangle. 4 buttons in a triangle? 4 buttons in a diamond configuration. And 4 buttons in a diamond configuration. You're hungry! And I'm hungry too. And they were shaped like 1, 2. You know what I mean? It was shaped like a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. 4 buttons in a diamond and 4 buttons on a diamond. But the new one, which is exciting, is it's gonna be a lot like the arcade version of the game, where you just have 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons in a line with a touch panel along the top. It is exciting, but it's not out till like next year. So we'll cross that path when we get there. Yeah, we'll definitely BL. You guys want to open some BL together on stream? I'll never get over when someone said that. Who said? Don't remember who said it. We should find the bit where it was actually said. It was like, do you open BL on stream? The way it was written was so funny, because probably English wasn't their first language. But to open BL sounds like to open manga together on stream. And oh man, I'll never forget. Dude, it is poppin' in the chat today. Thanks everybody for showing up. Macaulay in his normal form has slow, stubby limbs, so you want to go for spacing and whiff punishing until he transforms. Gotcha, thanks. You need to do punish combos. For example, Super Will God, give me a punish combo, and what I should punish, and I'll do it. I'm a very literal player, so when people give me advice like you need to punish more, I end up not doing really much at all. But if you say, when that lunge comes out, punish it with low medium punch or something, then I'm like, okay, I can do that. So give me something specific, and I'll absolutely try it. But yeah, let's try. We'll do some BL after this. Not after this. Maybe after more ranked. I'm gonna do a bunch of ranked, and then we'll do BL at the end. Yo, thanks for subscribing.
Fight.
I missed. Oh no, I just wasn't paying attention. That's fine, that's fine. That was fine. I thought he was already dead, so I didn't finish the combo. That was stupid. Capcom Fighters retweeted. What did they retweet? What did they retweet? Something exciting? Oh no, I don't know how to... I should jump, I should jump. You know when you get it into your head that you really want something to work, so you do it over and over again? That's what I just did. Please ignore everything you just saw. That was terrible.
You lose.
When anti-airing, the big characters tend to jump shorter, but they float more for some reason, so you have to delay it a bit longer than usual. Thanks. I see. Maybe it's because they're slower, so they travel... They want it to look like they travel less distance. Capcom Fighters retweeted my stream? No way!
Round 1.
That's amazing.
Fight.
Ah! Ah! No! That was the wrong time to do that. Oh no, it's too far away. Did I get a Capcom Fighters retweet? That's so exciting.
Fight.
I wish I had more to offer in terms of skill. But what I can offer you is fun and coffee games. I thought if at first you don't succeed, try again. No, in the feet. That's exactly what happened earlier. What? Finish the combo, man. Do the rest of it. That is the most disappointing thing that has ever happened in my life. Why? Yo, Mixbox chilling out in the stream. Yo, how's it going? Great coffee, great stream. Well, that's basically how the math pans out. You know, I may have failed algebra, but I'm pretty sure if you add coffee and stream, you get success. Stop doing that! Oops, that was a bad place to do that. Ho-ho! I actually got there, finally. I feel like that previous match was stolen from me. I was very upset. That's right, I think Mixbox is a Kudans? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sponsor. Have seen that. So is Victrix your main joystick? Well, it's the one that I played Street Fighter the most with. I mean, I've got a lot of different options, I suppose, but you've probably seen this one the most often when I've been doing Street Fighter. Oh no! I really panic when I see that move. I don't know what to do about it. I don't have any. Oh, I did have gauge. Oh man, what a waste. Where did you get your buttons from? I had them sent to me by a company called Gamer Finger. They're from Taiwan, I believe. And they look like this. If you haven't seen Gamer Finger buttons before. They're not always the same, this color. Yo! Ice Blue! Thanks for the super chat, in addition to the question. Stop doing that! Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Ah! I should have jumped, I should have jumped, I should have jumped! Why did I go for the throw that time? I thought he would predict it. It's okay. We can salve this. We can salvage this situation. Oh no! No! Why? Why? Maybe because I'm predictable and I always do the same thing. Could ignore that. I'm on the right. Oh, sorry, I thought I was on the left side. This always happens on stream. I always think I'm on the left side and then I end up walking towards my opponent. Now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. Ah! Sorry, serves me right for reading the chat. No!
You lose.
No! You know what? That's not upsetting because I did something silly. That's upsetting because in my mind I told myself it was already over. In my mind, I just said to myself, "Don't worry about it. It's finished. You got this." And you know, that's when you totally get what you deserve. So anyway, in answer to your questions, thank you very much for the super chat, Ice Blue Breaker. Yeah, the buttons are Gamer Fingers. They sent them to me for not review, for making videos basically. And I made a few videos testing out the Gamer Fingers. In the end, I've stuck with them, and the reason is because the when I used Sanwa buttons, there's the buttons that you most commonly see on arcade machines in Japan are made by a company called Sanwa Denshi, right? And they're plasticky and hard, which is fine on any other stick. On the Victrix, this thing is made out of like hardcore aluminium. Please assume that. Please just believe that hardcore aluminium is the thing. Anyway, plastic Sanwa buttons on this stick really hurt my fingers over time. Plus, it really hurt my ears. They were pinging really loudly. So I'm hoping that for version 2, they work on the engineering, the sound engineering department of this. That's what I would have done if I were involved in the engineering of this. But fortunately, when you put Gamer Finger buttons on this really hard case, it makes the Gamer Fingers feel a little bit tappier. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but the buttons feel like a little snappier. Probably because of the hardness of this stick. Because in fact, Gamer Fingers usually feel quite a bit softer by comparison on maybe other sticks. Not a lot softer, but a bit softer. So anyway, putting it on this really hard aluminium stick has been like a really good balance for me. The second question to your other super chat: how many sticks do you have? By the way, love your vids. Thanks, man. The number of sticks I have: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like 10. I think I have 10 sticks. But remember, I didn't buy all of them. Right? A lot of times people just want me to test them out and see how they feel. So they'll send a complimentary stick over to make a video. So don't feel at all that you have to buy 10 sticks to play fighting games. And as you can see, owning a bunch of sticks doesn't make you better at the game anyway. But like collecting guitars, collecting stamps, collecting Pokemon, there's a lot of fun to be had. Thanks for answering my questions. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I actually completely screwed up that thing at the end, but don't worry about it. Ice Blue Breaker! Man, you donated so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's so generous of you. I love to answer questions. Oh no! I thought I could jump over that. Apparently, you still get poisoned. And I love talking about sticks. As we all know,
You win.
I'm a big fan. I can get Obiki to hold it. Here, hold my stick. If you're interested to know, this is actually not the stick that comes with the Victrix. This is a Freak Mods link. I got it because, well, there's a video about it, but you can change the color of the ball top, which you can't do with the Victrix because they're slightly, well, you can, but you have to buy countersunk ball tops. What is that? That's the link from the description. There is a Discord. I have Discord. Do you have Discord? Yeah, I have Discord. I have Discord. Is there not a link? Is there not a link in the bottom here somewhere?
You win.
Woohoo! No, the link should work. There is a link in this description for this stream. Guys, some of the most fun you can have on this channel is actually not even here on the stream or in the videos. Is if you join the Discord, which is completely free. You just sign up like you would on any website, and there's apps for it. So you can have it on your phone without going to a website. You can chat. The link I sent is the, oh, it's from the, okay, cool. The link is just the Discord. You gotta, was that Good Games or was that You Gotta Go? Oh, GTG is Gotta Go. Whew. Yeah, that's why someone actually asked me on stream the other day. They're like, why Ibuki? The ponytails. Always get me with the ponytails. You could be the freakest, weirdest person on earth, but if you got ponytails, I'm there. I am so curious to see how people talk about Street Fighter V in like 4 years' time. Because we're pretty sure we're not getting Street Fighter 6 until, you know, after the Olympics, right? Because the Olympics, I don't know if you guys saw, there was an announcement about a lot of stuff that's happening next year for Street Fighter, like tournament-wise. But obviously we've got the normal EVO Japan, we've got EVO, then after that, or before that, I don't know. They've got Intel Olympics. I don't know a lot about it. But that pretty much means Street Fighter 6 won't be coming until after that. I'm so curious because people always talk about Street Fighters like differently after the game is completed and they've moved on to the next game. I'm wondering if I'll be like really nostalgic and I'll like really miss. Oh no, I don't know how to play against Dhalsim. So this is like bait, is it, this fireball? Once the fireball goes out, he thinks you're gonna run in and do something. I see. So you don't have to stand for the fire. I thought you had to stand to block the fire. So I know like nothing about Dhalsim. I love your Miku shirt. Yeah, I love my Miku shirt too. Thanks. I got it from Wonder Festival. This is an education for me. Trying to figure out Dhalsim things. That was ignore that. I should. Can that chip? Fine. So the teleport and overhead. I'll be ready for that next time.
You lose.
Dhalsim, you just never see this character. Though I did. Dhalsim was my first match at Tokyo Game Show. He was like Ultimate Grandmaster Dhalsim, and I was like, why is this happening to me? It was the worst. Dhalsim. So that's Super can chip. That's good news to know. That's good information. The other thing is I don't need to stand to block the fireballs. My fireball is better than yours. Wasn't ready for the overhead again. Ah, there it is again. I wasn't ready for that time either. Every super that isn't a command grab can chip. I assume so. I'm just. There are very few supers that travel across the screen really slowly, like that one does. Please don't ask me what I was doing there. Oh no, that was the wrong way to finish that. That's fine, that's fine. For me, that was a learning experience. Who the heck is Dhalsim?
You lose.
We're gonna do this thing which is like a neat little feature in Street Fighter V called Begin Training with this character. Good night, friends, and Nihongo. See you in the next stream. Yeah, see you in the next stream. I'm not going anywhere, but good night to you. What's up, Sifu? Wonder if that quick jump and kick from KOF yesterday's streams work here. The quick jump? No, so in Street Fighter, you've only got one jump. This is it. There's no super jumps, and there's no small jumps, and there's no medium jumps. It's all just jump. And actually, I talked about this while playing Tekken, actually. But I'm sure that other people feel differently about this. But personally, I find that when the game is 2D, it's like more concentrated. Oh, so I can actually get if I can actually run away from that super. I just need to train with this user for a while. Wow. Oh, I suppose it's quite sick, isn't it? He's not super in danger if he automatically confirms into that super. Okay. It's really hot. I need to get the fan. I'm tempted to run out. I'm gonna run out the room and grab a fan because it's really, really hot right now. Set up a few things. Oh no, I'm losing! I should have like pressed pause or something. Let's see if I can learn how to defend against anything that this guy does. But he's totally free to do whatever he wants after his super, I see. Okay, fine. You can fly over the fireball. Can I? Why do I feel like that's a trap? You want me to fly directly into it. Hello, do you also play Beat Mania? I don't play Beat Mania, but I do play that new game. Dance Rush Stardom? I just tried that at the arcade the other day. It's amazing! Have you ever played it?
In the top 40
Dance Rush Stardom.
your area.
I played it for like an hour. No one else needed to use the machine, so I was just like, I'm gonna do all the tutorials. Well, half an hour, whatever.
Round one.
Do you also play BL? I love that game. Oh, help! See, I would have been caught in the feet. Like, I luckily, sometimes I get away with it because I walk away. But in general, I stand up and I walk away, and I get tripped up. So if you have a limb that's long enough. Like that. See, he could have just gone for the foot again, and I would have been tripped up. That was actually meant to not be what we saw. Dance Rush is good fun. I'm also a big fan of not Sound of Vortex. What's the other one? What's the one with the joystick in the middle? Wow, I'm like consciously trying to block my feet now. It's actually helping. Got it. Not that time. Buster, Wolf. No! That's fine. So, that's a problem.
You lose.
You play Ibuki, they're afraid of you. I'll tell you what's been helping me actually recently is not going in. Even if maybe that's the correct strategy for this character. Just as a player, I feel like I've been getting better results over the past week by like actually looking at my opponent and figuring out what they actually do, as opposed to what I think they're gonna do, or what I think they should do. That doesn't mean I should always play so defensively, but just as a learning experience, I think it's really helping. But I do know what you mean. As a general strategy, probably Ibuki's forte is being in your face. I'll learn that one day. That whiffed throw was such a mistake. And it meant it was my doom. Take out Elvis, Ken. This guy is super Elvis right now. I quite like this color for some reason. I usually don't like this costume for Ken, but in blue I quite like it. For some reason in blue I quite like it. Feet. So I forget one. I learn one thing and I forget another. That's fine. That's fine. I learn one thing and I forget another. It's such a shame.
You lose.
The feet. I might spend an entire match doing nothing but guarding my feet. And I'll consider it a win as long as I didn't get tripped up. Super Mega Tatakao. Super Mega Battle. Super Mega Fight. You know, I think it's a real shame that this game is called a fighting game. Because I'm not an aggressive, well, I can be quite aggressive, but I don't consider myself especially an especially aggressive person. But have you ever tried to tell your family members or your friends or people that don't understand? You know, I play a lot of games. Oh, what games do you play? Oh, I play fighting games. They're like, oh, you're one of those people. Not, and they don't even know what a fighting game is. But it just sounds terrible, doesn't it? There's no fighting involved. Have you ever been to a fighting game event? Nobody is fighting. No one is being aggressive to anyone. Some people are being very hype, and some people are being very loud. But no one is interested in fighting, showing animosity towards other human beings. It's such a shame that these games have to be called fighting games. That's what they're doing on stream, but that's not what we're doing. And when you're in the fighting game world, it all just sounds so normal. Well, we've called them fighting games for our whole lives. But for a genre that's expanding, puzzle game sounds educational, even if it's not. MOBA? No one even knows what that stands for. Okay, people who play MOBAs obviously all understand what it is, but to your parents, oh, I'm really into MOBA games. Oh, cool. It sounds like mobile. That doesn't sound too dangerous. Might sound like an expensive habit. Oh, I should plug for it. I've done that at close range many times before, and it's never worked out. Do you see that low medium punch anti-air? I'm working on that. I feel seriously about this though, guys. I really think that simply changing the name of the genre could really help with the growth of this genre. The people who play fighting games are generally the least violent people I've ever met. They're all incredibly zen. Not all of them. Not all of them, obviously. That was not meant to be jumped. Neither was that. Oh no, I didn't have any gauge. Oh, chip. Martial arts game, punchy game, sparring game. I need more YouTubers to talk about how words sound. I like where your head is at with this. I've just been thinking about it a lot because I talk to... Maybe it's just because I haven't been part of fighting games for like my whole life. I bought fighting games as a kid and I play them like here on stream, but it's not like I've been going to arcades and local events and tournaments my whole... I didn't know what EVO was 3 years ago. I'm that guy. The one who didn't know what EVO was. I think there's a video of me saying I'm really excited about having an arcade stick so I can play beat 'em ups on my Switch. I think I actually said that in a video. I think I called them beat 'em ups because I thought that's what they were called. Either way, fighting games or beat 'em ups sounds terrible. That was like 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure I called them beat 'em ups. Or maybe the sentence was something like, I used to play beat 'em ups as a kid. I had no idea. I'm that guy. That doesn't mean I don't, you know. I'm not the enemy. I just like the games. I didn't know what they were called.
40,000 in your area.
So anyway, this is how I feel about being new to. I mean, it's like I owned fighting games as a kid, but I really wish I could tell people that what I do is play something which is basically, it's like strategic war chess. Actually, war sounds bad too. It's chess with weapons. No, that doesn't sound good either. There's gotta be a clever way. Keep coming up with new names. If Capcom Fighters is in the chat, maybe they'll take it on board and they'll change the name of the genre.
Round one.
I feel like I just saw a name that was exactly the same as this. Oh, we've reached that point. Oh, I thought it was a bot. What? You're not a bot. I was just gonna end it. Fine, okay. Well, that changes everything. I literally started reaching for the scene switcher. This is fine. I thought it was a bot. Competitive games? See, competition has great connotations. Even in the educational world, people value competition as an important skill. Team building and all that great stuff. I need to wait till this is just reset. I'll rematch him. I thought he was hot. What if he's a bot, but he's a fan of your channel and wanted to play you for real?
You lose.
A bot that is a fan of the channel and wants to play? Fine. I like Grift. I like the idea of competitive games. The thing is, here's how I would prefer to have it myself. I would like if they were called. I don't have the right answer, but I would like a term that actually describes what's happening, not what it looks like. I don't want a title that just talks about. I can't see it past it. Is it just me, or does this not? This doesn't look like Super Bronze to me. Maybe I'm just really awful. This seems a little suspect. Still seems a little suspect. Oh, what? ARG games. What?
You lose.
Online martial arts. No, Zeku's a really cool character. I have no idea what just happened. Everything I wanted to press was predicted. It all feels a little bit suspect. Real talk, we've been calling them fighters for at least 30 years, so it's not going to change. It could change. Don't be ridiculous. It could change, absolutely. Things change all the time. Things change all the time. You know, esports didn't exist. And that was only 10 years ago, or less. And even now, it's like, it exists, but it's still developing into what its final form will be. I don't know if we're gonna open BL yet. I want to do. Oh no, we do. We're running out of time. Let's BL. Let's get out of here. I don't want to play against these bots anymore. It could change. It's called Street Fighter, but that's fine. The game doesn't matter. The game title doesn't define the activity. When people hear the title, I don't think it scares them. I think the genre scares them.
Battle Lounge.
I'm not saying it's the only thing that's going to make a difference. I just think it would make quite a lot of difference. The password is 9999. Character select is on, so fear not. Whoever wants a match, join now or forever hold your peace. You never know how heavy that piece may be. It's first to 2, actually. I don't do any of that first to 3 nonsense. So if you want to have a match, join in. We can play fighting games. It just sounds terrible. Maybe when you're a teenager, it all sounds fine. Just call it exactly what it is. The characters are fighting, call it a fighting game. But they're not. That's why when there's a taekwondo tournament, or a karate tournament, or a kung fu tournament, they don't call them fighting tournaments. They call them martial arts tournaments. Because these people have nothing against each other. They're here to compete in the good spirit of sport. It's sport. If you want it to be sport, we should stop calling it fighting, because we're not fighting. When you fight, I really hope it changes. Yeah, so anyone who was wondering what BL means, it meant Battle Lounge. The E stands for awesome? What? It doesn't sound any worse than saying shooting games. Yeah, but no one says shooting games, because also no one really talks about playing shooting games. I say vertical scroller or horizontal scrolling. I sometimes say scrolling shooting game. That gets away from the fact, because when you say shooting game to a person who doesn't know what you're talking about, they'll think you're talking about where you're in first person running around shooting someone. But even then, first person shooters gets away with it because it sounds like it's talking about the narrative aspect. First person or third person. It sounds like that's the most important thing about it. The fact that there are guns involved, you know, they could be bubble guns, they could be laser guns, they could be water guns. Fighting makes it sound like the two people involved have something against each other, but in general, I find that they don't.
Go time.
Let's go! Time! Let's go time! Yeah, shoot 'em ups has been changed to shmups.
Let's do this.
And it gets away from the violent subcontext, the violent connotations. I'm fairly serious about this stuff. I really think that the genre doesn't need to be called fighting game.
The grid.
But as we're expecting the scene to expand with esports, I think it's worth reconsidering these things. How many updates does this game need? This game doesn't get updated that often, to be honest. Night Saber.
Alex.
What does esports mean? I don't know. It's like sports, but it involves something electronic. I don't really know if esports and sports and that terminology is too much of a problem, as much as saying you play fighting games. I'm not involved in fighting with anyone. I haven't fought anyone for a very long time. Bum-ups. That sounds like a new exercise. Sounds like something your yoga instructor might ask you to try. Whoa, what is going on? Lag is not usually this bad. Oof, my game is running bad. Should we
Round
bail?
one. Fight.
Oh. Okay, I'm okay now. Are you lagging? Oh, get out. No, we're not playing like this. Just destroy my character. I can't, there's no button to bail. Okay. Let's just re-sync. We're fighting, are we? Okay, just end the misery of this match. I think the game needs to re-sync. Combat! Toka, I like that. Combat could be the answer. Embrace lag. What's up, Silas?
Fight.
You know, literally speaking, esports does mean electronic sports, but I think changing it to something like combat or yeah, you know what? How about one-on-one combat? Because combat doesn't have the connotation that we have something against each other.
You lose.
I like that. We could call it 1v1 combat. One-on-one combat. PvP combat could be good. 2D combat could be good.
It's go time.
What's up, Fortune? I really think this could be the answer. My charger wasn't plugged in. Goof. You goofy goof. Plug your computer in. Well, if anyone wants to have a match, feel free to jump in while Heath plugs the computer in. But just in case, I'll restart. Okay, yeah, do a quick restart. We'll keep talking about combat sports. Combat sports, I like that. I really like PvP combat. From this day forward, we don't play fighting games. We play PvP combat. PvP combat. You know what? You could still put the word fighting in, as long as fighting is not the own. Fighting cannot be the name of the genre. We're not fighting. Fighting is when you're yelling at someone. It's like, you idiot! I can't believe you've done this. I'm so angry at you. It involves like anger. But I never see people angry when they're playing fighting games in real life. What if you're playing arcade mode? Yeah, but we're talking about the genre as a... Okay, fair enough. It's not always online, so it doesn't... Maybe PvP...
Grid.
We don't have to have the PvP. The game could just be called Combat. One-on-one combat. Even if it's a tag team fighter, it's usually one-on-one. Even if you're in a team, it's often one-on-one at times. How will the lag be? This is gonna be awful. They don't have to physically fight. This isn't a fight. I don't think we say fight when you go to a Taekwondo tournament, do you?
Fight.
You say a match. You say a set. Yeah, this is not great, huh? BL together! Let's open BL together. I know this is really late, but I'm tempted to move the chat a little bit. Okay, oh, I'll do it later. Oh! Drop. Lag's not great, is it? We'll make do with what we can. I really appreciate you playing games with me, even though the lag is ridiculous.
You win.
Thanks. So where is the chat? Here we go. I just realized this needs to be like up here. Yeah. I really appreciate you playing a match with me, even though the lag was ridiculous. What are these games called in Japan? They're called Kakuto Game. And Kakuto means... I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up Kakuto. What would you say? How would you say Kakuto Game in English? Kakuto. Hand-to-hand fighting. Grappling. Scuffling. By the way, a martial artist is called a Kakuto-ka. So there you have it.
It's go time.
Kakuto. In Japan, the genre actually has a martial arts connotation. Denotation. Is that the word? Definition. To the word. So I think it does actually sound better.
Grid.
Scuffling games. We don't play fighting games, we play scuffling games. You guys want to play some scuffling games? I'll play a cop.
Lucia.
No! Don't beat me with Lucia, please. Kakuto is more like versus battle. Hey, I like that. Lightsaber, I like versus battle. That's pretty good as well. We could call it versus battle games. That sounds good. Oh, this is way better. Keith, always plug your computer in. Oh, since I'm a mod, I'll play a cop. That's funny.
Round one.
What switches do you use for the game of finger buttons? I use the super silver buttons. I like the idea. I like the sound of versus battle. Versus battle is too broad a term for just fighting game. I think it could do with some refinement. Yeah, you're right. I think it's a pretty good start. Combat games or versus battle sounds good. I did light punch. Fair enough, okay. I like missed a really important anti-air. That would have got me out of the corner. They're not fighting though, are they?
Final round. Fight.
You can have a match against someone in a martial art and not have any fighting involved. I genuinely believe it. And in any case, even if they are fighting, we need a term that helps people understand what it is before they've seen it. Because for most people, hearing the term fighting games will be the first time they have any contact with fighting games, instead of actually seeing it. Like in the news. Did you hear? They're putting fighting games in the Olympics. Or something like that. I don't think it. I really think that we could find a better word.
You win.
This isn't martial art. It's a video game. Yeah. But that doesn't. I don't think that matters because it'll still have the word game at the end. They could be called martial arts games. They could be called something else. Martial something else. Martial punch games.
Round 1. Fight.
I always do that. I always go in for the meter without checking whether my opponent has meter or not.
Round 2. Fight.
Ah! Bad habit. You want a cup of coffee? I do.
Final round.
That's why MMA fighters are called fighting. I mean, I do understand that the best description for fighting games is fighting games. Don't get me wrong. I just think that in the development of the genre, it's not doing it any favors that people are confused. It's difficult for people to know what to expect when they see it in the news. Fighting games are now in the Olympics. It's just why? We don't want people fighting. That sounds violent. And video games already have enough issues with people claiming violence having negative effects on people. Aww. What are we doing? You had meter. If you'd reversaled, I would be dead. Very, very dead. GG's. I really appreciate the Lucia experience because, as you all know, I'm not a I'm not particularly good at fighting against
It's
Lucia.
go time.
You don't see the lobby. So you won't see the lobby show up until whoever's in the room has left, but they've just left. Yeah, you had super. I was definitely dead if you'd supered, or if you had reversal. If you'd EXDP'd, but you know, the lag. It's a miracle that we can play these games at all, because you're on the opposite side of the planet. The fact that this works. Though I do sometimes wonder if maybe Heath is secretly living in Japan and just not telling anyone. Like I always wonder if Heath is secretly he's actually in Japan and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm playing from America. There's no lag.
Let's do this.
In the media, there are sometimes people who don't get it with esports, and that's not their fault. A lot of people who talk in the media did grow up at a time when video games were something you did if you wanted to avoid schoolwork, to avoid real sports, physical sports. I don't really blame anyone who's misunderstood it. But there are so many people growing up with video games that people's misconceptions will be changed. Absolutely no problem. Because the people who think lowly of video games, they're on their way out. They're already quite old. They won't be a problem. What you really need to worry about is young kids who think that Fortnite is everything. And they're gonna be in control of businesses and everything in the future.
Fight.
This is not good. Teleport! This is terrifying. I actually have a headache from looking at the screen.
Round 2.
Yeah, connections are not great today, huh? What is happening? I just had that damage taken away from me. It's okay, I don't want to do the rest of my combo anyway. How can I get 2 crush counters in a row? How does that work? I apologize for that lag. That was, I don't know where you're playing from, Deco, but
You win.
that was something, wasn't it? So let's hope that netcode. So I finally think I've watched enough videos that I kind of understand what netcode is now. I finally get it. Netcode is a thing that needs to change. That's it. That's basically my understanding. Yeah, Heath, if you want to have another match, jump straight in. Anyone who gets in there, anyone who gets into the room, just mash that join button. Is the lag why you stopped playing SF5? Yeah, I mean, I was streaming a game yesterday. Online was pretty questionable. You're like the sage of fighting games. You mean combat battlers. Combat battlers. Combat butlers. That's the fighting game I'm gonna make. Combat butlers. Yeah, Max does great videos. Absolutely. Max is one of those channels that I discovered when I didn't know that people still played fighting games. Like, I knew that Street Fighter V had released, but I didn't know that people were playing them and making videos about them. I think I've talked about this on stream before, but I think I saw a video and he was just like, he was swearing and cussing and swearing, and I was like, whoa, this man is obscene. He's very obscene. He seems like a really nice guy, but wow, he has a potty mouth. My god. He seems like a really nice guy.
Fight.
Oh no! Caught me on the dash back. What's the best thing to do against that? Dash under?
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, they you know, the famous guys in fighting game world, they all do a great job. Hats off to them for making great content that informs people. I'm gonna pay attention. Alright, so after that swinging fist thing, you're like really plus, I guess, right? Alex is another one I need to check out in the training mode. I need to check out training mode with Alex. I don't know anything about your moves. Which is funny because we do place matches, but in general he plays like a sub character for me, which I really appreciate. But yeah, I want to learn more about Alex, so keep playing. Let's do the other one.
Round 1.
Yeah, it's about how the devs build this netcode stuff into it. Okay. No, I watched the Max video about netcode. Without videos like that, I wouldn't really understand what's going on. I think most people wouldn't. I think it's not expected. You shouldn't have to know. It's one of those things that people kind of need to know, but we shouldn't. Ideally, we shouldn't have to know these things. It should just work. Why did that connect? I don't understand this character at all. Why did that connect? Was I just not blocking? I'm gonna check my input history. Oh, you can't on these matches. What are your key B&B combos? Maybe I hit a button. I don't remember hitting a button. No, let's face it. Street Fighter does sometimes just imagine buttons. It sometimes does combos for me, especially if I play Ken. When I play Ken in Street Fighter 5, sometimes it just guesses a move for me. And sometimes it does it at the right time. Yeah, if anyone else is interested to know about netcode, go and watch the Maximilian video about netcode. He spent like half an hour explaining it in great depth. my takeaway from it is that it's important and it needs to change. Otherwise, he's probably just gonna keep playing Final Fantasy on stream. If you want him to play fighting games on stream, you gotta start developing them differently. I saw you on Jake's stream a few days back. The one stranded in an airport, which led me to your YouTube channel and started watching fighting game videos. Wow! Who's Jake's stream? Can you link me? Can you send me the name of that video? Or are you talking about someone else? I assume you're talking about this channel. I personally wasn't at the airport, but I'm glad you found this channel. Didn't they recently improve the netcode? It's not that it was improved; it was fixed after they made a problem, right? I think Capcom did an update which broke something, and they fixed what was broken. But the way that the netcode works can't be changed at this point. It's too late. You can't change the netcode in this game until. My understanding of it is that they would have to start from scratch and build the game again. All right, Cammy, let's go. Guys, time-wise, this might be one of the last matches that I have time to do. Welcome back.
Fight.
I always get hit by that. Okay. It could be changed, but it's probably too expensive.
Round 2.
Imagine, yeah, of course, physically you could rebuild the game if you wanted to, but it would cost money. And let's face it, it doesn't sound like Capcom has a lot of spare money for developing stuff in Street Fighter 5. As much as I enjoy the game, it sounds like it's not like they're rolling in money. Well, I feel like they're not rolling in Street Fighter money. Button pressy, that's my B&B combo. If you'd like to know my B&B combo, press the button. You can't do what I did, which is try to throw after that. And drop! Because I'm so talented. Look at that magical anti-air. I was like 6 miles away and the anti-air worked. I gotta love I gotta love that fist. It just goes straight out into space. This is a lobby. Official Neon scratch. It's a lobby. It's BL is what it is. We are opening BL together on stream. Raw reversal. So the EX one I can't. Okay.
Mission complete.
Round 2.
What is bold-headed head? Oh, bold as in B-A-L-D. Yeah, that makes sense. To have a ponytail, you do have to show off the shape of your head a bit. Oh god, I remember I used to do that all the time. Actually, I can't even remember what I was gonna say. I used to get someone in block stun and then try to throw out right after without delaying. And I was like, why doesn't it work? What? I thought I had that. I thought I had that. What happened? Explain to me what I did. Wreck-It. Wreck-It's Ralph. I got Wreck-It Ralph. Wrecked Ralph. Hey, our connection's pretty strong, huh? And you're playing from the States, are you?
Round 1.
Are you West Coast?
Fight.
Whew! That took everything out of me. Ralph Breaks the Internet. What a movie, man! That was such a good movie.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, okay.
Mission complete.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, I forgot your plus. No! No panic time for you, my devil.
You win.
Jay. That was so much fun. Our connection's really good, Devil. Ah. I think that might have actually been on par with the connection that we get with Heath.
It's go time.
That was good. But I did say, guys, that's probably got to be the last match, unfortunately, because I do have a day job. That's the thing. But if I have any advice, if anyone's interested in getting into streaming and or YouTubing, don't give up your day job. Not yet. Not yet. There are people who have successfully done it, but if I start talking now, the stream will never end. But talking of which, I started doing a video series about, you know, tips and things for like getting your own YouTube channel started, but I never got around to actually booking an actual stream to do it. I would love to do it on the stream. Though I did say before we end, I did say that we've got one last thing to try. Oh, it's gone kind of translucent. Well, just imagine that it's not translucent. I don't know if I can fix this on stream. Shall I have a go? Let's look at the filter here. It looks okay. There we go. Oh no, that hasn't fixed it. Are you nervous? You're not nervous, but maybe you should be. Okay, it's not perfect, but this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Just in case we cause some sort of banana-related fire, I'm going to unplug it. I'm unplugging the Victrix. That's right, I just showed my banana. If you're not familiar with this stick, who are you? I'm being serious. There's no way that you can know about this channel and not know about this stick. Anyway, I've opened up the FS Pro, and we will now see if you can fit a banana in a Victrix Pro. This is really important because potassium and nutrients matter when you're at a tournament and you're a sports star. Okay. 3, 2, 1. It's not happening, guys. Maybe if I remove... I don't want to break it. If I remove the main connecting cable. Here, so I've taken this cable off. Can I fit it in there? This is not as successful as I was hoping. All right, so Victrix Pro final review. Average points for the Victrix Pro FS arcade stick, 2 out of 10. Playability, 10 out of 10. Stick, 10 out of 10. Function buttons, 10 out of 10. Flashing lights, 10 out of 10. Removable USB-C cable, 10 out of 10. Lunch box facility, nil point. Nil point. 0 points for lunchbox ability. That's a term. You'll see it in the next Microsoft Surface advert. Lunchbox ability is a new feature of laptops and or arcade sticks. I'm very sorry to say that the standard Del Monte does not fit. Oh, you deserve a click. Never get tired of that. Nah, it's a great stick. Street Fighter V, 12 out of 10. It's not a bad review. I really enjoy this game. The fact that I'm not amazing at it is still a little stressful. I'm working on that. But like I've said, maybe on the Twitch streams as well, I genuinely feel like even though my rank has gone down, I've definitely got better at a lot of things. But you have to focus on things. You have to focus on the things that you don't know how to do, and it means that you'll have to sacrifice the random damage that you used to get. I feel like I got lucky a lot. Peel the banana and eat it. I've already had a banana today. I don't want to overdose on potassium. It's dangerous stuff. How do I... Should I just plug myself back in here? I'll just use this controller. There it is. get myself back to the main screen. There it is. He loves his stick so much, he puts his banana in it. It's true though! It's 100% true! I loved it so much, I put my banana in it. Unfortunately, the banana was too big.
Time for battle.
It's still giving me ranked matches. Guys, we're winding down the stream. How have you enjoyed yourselves? Have you all had a good time? Anything else you'd like to see in future streams? Let me know. These YouTube streams tend to be once a week. The lobby matches are finished. Sorry, official Neon Scratch. But next time you can join in a battle lounge. Switch ranked match off. The next stream on YouTube will be like probably a week from now, but the next stream itself, I'll probably be streaming on Monday on Twitch. Unfortunately, it was too big. It's a large banana issue. Revisit your Vita in a vlog. That's not a bad idea. I haven't been playing my Vita very much over the past couple of months. There's just been too much fun stuff to do on Switch. I'll tell you what I did do. I retried playing Project Diva on my PS Vita, and I realized the frame rate's really low. I don't know why I thought it was 60 FPS, but it absolutely isn't. Much prefer playing it on PlayStation now, on PS4. And I'm hoping the performance will be good on Switch. I assume that they've done the cel-shaded 2D style to match the fact that the Switch hardware isn't too powerful. Thanks for asking about the Good Smile shirt. I got this at an event. It was called Wonder Festival. Let me just turn down my... chill my camera out. Got this at an event called Wonder Festival. This is the 2019 edition. It's got a different illustration on the back. I'm a big fan of this one, and the reason is, of all the Miku shirts that I have, this one has the least amount of green and yellow on it. And the problem with streaming is that when you're using a green screen behind you, anything that's got green or yellow will also kind of disappear. Sorry, just playing around with the green screen filter. Amy, that's a good question. I've never been to a Hatsune Miku concert, but I really want to. I don't know how to get tickets, and I've never looked into it. But I think that's one thing that I absolutely need to do. If I ever leave Japan, I need to make sure I go to a live Miku concert before I leave. I put the banana in the Victrix. There is no way to say it without it sounding wrong. Did you watch State of Play? Is that the PlayStation thing? Nah. I personally don't really care too much for adventure third-person games. I realize that a lot of the big money comes from, three-dimensional, one-player, third-person games where you run around a beautiful environment breaking things. I can see how that's a lot of fun. But I don't even think I would consider myself really a gamer. I just like 1v1 combat battle. Combat games. Martial fighting. Did we ever come up with a new genre title for this? I'm excited for KOF 15 but I wanna see some footage of the game first. I wanna see some footage of the game, and I want information about who's doing the netcode. Because I tried it firsthand yesterday, and I didn't play it for very long, but it wasn't very promising. Two people punching games. I was thinking more along the lines of Gundam Extreme Versus. What are you talking about? Where did that come from? Oh, Extreme Versus. I've never actually played it in the arcades, but I think I owned it. I think I did own a version of Extreme Versus on my Vita. I didn't really get into it, but I think I talked about it on Twitter recently. I would like to try Gundam Extreme Versus. It looks like fun. No one is ever playing combat one-on-one combat games in the arcades, but people are always playing Gundam Extreme Versus, so I'd love to play that. Let me stay in your apartment. Get your own apartment. If you're going to Japan, you'd be unwise to only set up accommodation at a friend's house. Get yourself an actual apartment. And here's the other reason. When you go to Japan, it's a little bit different to going to other countries. I think when you arrive in Japan, when you arrive in England, I don't know if you actually have to tell them where you're staying. I just can't remember. I just can't remember what it's like. But in Japan, you have to tell them the address of the place that you're going to stay. They don't let you just arrive in Japan and figure it out from there. You gotta know where you're staying. And if you've got like a tourist visa that lasts 3 or 6 months, and you've only got accommodation for 1 week, they'll be like, "Yo, what's your plan? Tell us what your plan is." So yeah, find an apartment. The culture shock from UK made it a surprising adjustment for me. Japan does. The thing is, like myself, growing up with a lot of Japanese culture surrounding me, even though I was living like in the UK or living in America, being able to live in the country where all this stuff that I grew up with came from, it seems more exciting than it probably actually is. So when people make videos and they're overexcited, I think the vloggers don't actually know that they're overexcited. To them, they're just excited because they're seeing all the stuff that they've loved their whole lives. And so yeah, I think a lot of media, especially YouTube videos, can sometimes make it seem better than the reality. When you arrive in Japan, it's not bleak, but living in Japan and working in Japan will be quite the shock if you're not realistic with your expectations. Have you heard anything from Ms. Kathy Cat lately? I have. I think I saw her last week. Yeah. And I think she's going to be in a Doki Doki drawing video soon as well, so look forward to that. Haven't done a video together on my channel, but if she's up for something, we could come up with something. I brought Kathy Cat to the Street Fighter local in Tokyo. That was fun. She played Sakura, I believe. I like this channel. I have one Mad Catz T2 Plus 2. Nice! It's a good stick. I hate to use the word good, but it's a fully functioning stick. You can change the artwork on it, you can change the buttons, you can change the stick. When it breaks, most of it is all fixable, except for the Pro cable, the USB cable. Unfortunately, you would have to mod it to put a standard USB cable on the back of it. But that cable, you need to find people who still sell it, and you may have trouble. Do you think you'll ever go to EVO in Las Vegas? Yes, I absolutely will one day, but I've been waiting, like, you know what it's like? Traveling by yourself to another country to go to something where you're not sure if you're going to know anyone. Like, I'm fairly confident that I can find people at maybe like a YouTube event, but a fighting game event would be different. Before I go to EVO, I want to make sure that I have people that I can hang out with. So if I can be sure that I have at least 2 or 3 people that I can hang out with at EVO, then yeah, I'll absolutely go to EVO in Las Vegas. I also want tips on where to stay. I don't know how it works, like choosing a place to live. Do you all just stay in the hotel, the Mandalay Bay? I never played... I own KOF 2002, but I never played it a lot. I just own it. I tried it, but the game I own, the only real KOF I ever played was 99. That's not true. I played all of them, but like the only one I really stuck with was 99. It's for the music. Nihongo shaberemasu yo. Ma Nihongo shabereru. I can speak a little Japanese. I want to go, but Olympics next year might make that difficult. Why would that make it difficult? Because you wanna be in Japan for the Olympics? As long as I have like 2 or 3 people that I know going to EVO, I would go to EVO. But for example, when I went to EVO Japan, like people were nice to me and hung out with me, and I met some people there. But they weren't people that I knew before the event, so it feels kind of awkward messaging people that you've just met, like that day. Hey, do you want to hang out tonight? It's like, I just, maybe it's just me, but I'm in my mind I'm like, oh, but they've probably already got plans and they've already got people that they want to hang out with. But when it's people that I've met before the event, I feel, you know what I mean? I feel safer about asking them if they want to grab dinner as well that night, or go to karaoke, or go to the after party, all that stuff. Yeah, I want to go to Japan too, but don't have any people to go with. Need to find a group or something. Exactly. I think if you're going to visit a country, that's cool. You're just walking around. It's not that obvious that you're a loner. But when you go to a fighting game event, it's like everybody has friends. That's what I find scary about it. Is that it seems like everybody has friends, and I don't want to be the only one who doesn't have friends. Be my friends! If I go to EVO, how many of you will be my friend? I need friends. Well, if I go to EVO. It's one thing walking around shopping centers and looking like a loner. Nobody cares if you look like a loner in a shopping center. Tomodachi, let's be tomodachi. I will, yay! Be my friend. If I actually went to EVO, I would put out a video and I would say, hey guys, please contact me on Twitter before I arrive, because I don't want to be a loner. It's a big thing for me. It's a really big reason as to why I haven't really looked into going to EVO. Like, I've been doing these fighting game videos for like 2 years, 2.5 years, and I haven't really properly planned EVO, and the reason is, I'm just scared of being a loner. Tomodachi ni naru. Tomodachi ni narimashou. Let's be friends. That's why I rarely travel to fighting game events. I don't know anyone. It's kind of scary. And this is coming from, oh, I just noticed Miku's hair is disappearing. Let me just edit Miku's hair. This is coming from someone who technically should know a lot of people. I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I make these videos, I talk to you guys all the time. Of all the people that probably shouldn't be scared, like in my mind, it's like, I shouldn't be scared. I'm bound to find some people. But that doesn't change who I've been my whole life. A slightly nervous, anxious... I'm a nerd, basically. I'm a nerd. I've talked about this recently, but you know, in the fighting game community, like the default way to talk in the fighting game community is to use like really cool terms, like yo man, and we're all bros and we're all hanging out, and it's yo, let's do some sets, let's run some sets, and basically there's lingo to it, and everyone feels really comfortable and broy. But I've always been really bad in those environments because I don't thrive when I can't speak. I think that should be really clear. The only reason I'm able to do this channel is because I can chat, and it doesn't matter if it's awkward because I can edit it. It's edited, the edited version of me. But when you meet me in real life, you'll see that once I'm unable to partake in the conversation, I massively recede into my own little hole. I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I may not seem shy, but most people who are probably on YouTube, a lot of people who are on YouTube are probably really shy, and that's why they're on YouTube. to be able to contribute to the community, to interact with people, and to be able to do it in an environment which is safe. Going out to events is scary, but it doesn't have to be. That's the main takeaway. It doesn't have to be. And Twitter has made that really cool. You can reach out to anyone you want, any celebrity you want. You can mention them and say, hey, is there any chance that I can meet you when you're at this event? And if they say no, they say no. But if they say yes, you could find someone to hang out with and feel a little safer about it before you go to the event. I was born in the UK. Hey Nihongo, I got a question. What does BL mean? Is it like a J-pop group or something? BL is a joke, okay guys? Anyone who's not aware of what BL means, I realize this is bait, but I'm just gonna go straight into the bait. Battle Lounge does mean, BL does mean Battle Lounge. There was a stream a few months ago that someone said, are you going to open BL on stream? And just because of their English, you would normally say, are you gonna do a battle lounge? Are you gonna run a battle lounge? But to say to open BL sounds like open a comic book. And BL is a genre of comics in Japan, and it means boys love. And it doesn't have to be explicit sexually. Sometimes it's just two guys being nice to each other. But I watched a documentary in like 2008, 2007, I can't remember. It was a BBC documentary about manga, and yeah, it is hilarious. And in the documentary, they nicely explained that boys' love isn't always about anything that's especially physical. It's just the idea that two guys are being nice to each other, and that is quite unusual, or at the time in Japan in 2007 still, it was kind of unusual. Two guys being bros is different. Well, the reason that boys love took off was that a lot of guys in Japan, from what I hear, I don't date them, so I don't know. But from what I'm told, is that it's kind of unusual for them to be like chivalrous and gentlemanlike, because it's just not part of their culture. In Japan, there's been like a sexuality, based on your gender, there's been like a hierarchy for the longest time. It's changing, but quite slowly, right? And so it's quite unusual, even in a heterosexual couple, for the man to be especially chivalrous or gentlemanlike. And so because it's unusual, it was quite popular in these comics, because it's like these two guys who we associate that gender with being either bro-y or especially masculine, they're actually just being quite nice to each other and being quite gentle with each other. So anyway, I can't believe I fell for the bait and ended up talking about BL. You trolls. You are all trolls. Oh no, absolutely. I think that BL comics are mostly popular with women. I mean, statistically speaking. But for sure, if you're a guy and you're into it, then it's like the perfect comic book, I guess. Yeah, I got baited. I got baited hard. But I can't really blame you. You can see through my banana. Guys, has-beens, I have been massively baited into talking about BL, so I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for joining this stream. I love doing chill out streams, and I especially love doing chill out streams now that I'm taking the game a little more seriously on the Twitch streams. So if you want to see me like working hard and trying to get better at the game, which is I think it's kind of fun in its own way. Nah, don't be sorry, I'm just joking. If you want to see me taking the game like in a more focused manner, because that can be fun too, that's happening mostly on Twitch. And then these streams will be once a week here on YouTube. We'll be chilling out, drinking coffee, showing bananas, putting our bananas in our sticks, and talking about BL. That's what we do. How did this happen? See you in the next video or stream. Bye.